There we go.
Has anyone said that before?
No.
Oh, okay.
First one today.
First time anyone said internet.
Oh, I love my puns. I love my puns.
You're really good at your job, hey?
First of all, The Boys is so meta in itself, right? In terms of how it's like a mirror into what the actual celebrity culture is. So can we just break the fourth wall right now? Because you've done this in the show as well. Like, what is real right now? Like, are you guys sweaty? Like, are the chairs comfortable? Like, what's really happening?
We were just talking about we were a little sweaty.
Okay.
I'm warm, content. I'm not thinking about coffee. I'm concentrating on your questions.
Perfect.
I'm not thinking about lunch.
As his stomach goes.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
Well, thank you for breaking the fourth wall for all the fans.
That's okay. Yeah, no, I think we're both pretty good.
The water is real as well, folks. The water is real.
Right. It's not vodka.
Well, it's not. You mean tequila, right?
It's not mezcal, exactly.
Can we just break the fourth wall for a second and just let our fans in a little bit?
Sorry, looking at
Like, what's real here? Like, how are we feeling? Are we sweaty? Are we? Are the chairs comfortable?
The chairs are comfortable. There's always these little things that you're mindful of that you would never be mindful of if you weren't doing press. Yeah. Because you always live in fear. Like, these things are on camera and they're forever. Oh, and so if you have that moment where if you cross your legs in the wrong way, you don't know what's gonna happen. You are not at liberty to like, what's down there?
What's happening? What's down there? I don't know. I'll find out later.
So Antony, let's start with the fact that the fans are so obsessed with compiling all the Homelander resting faces. What is, I mean, I try to do it and I try to mimic as well. What do you think it is about that resting face that people just can't get enough of? And can you just tap into it any moment?
What is the resting face?
It's almost like I don't know if I did it right.
Yeah,
is it like resting face?
Well,
you're not allowed to say the B word?
Well, I don't want to say that, but
I can. I swear like a pirate, so you know. I don't know, but I don't know specifically what is that, but I have seen a lot of memes and I've seen a lot of my face doing things I don't know it does. That I didn't know it could. Didn't know my cheeks were so big. There's one I look like a hot air balloon.
I was gonna, no,
it's terrible. It looks ridiculous.
The one on the plane's the best when you're smiling. That was the first meme. That was a great one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they get these things, but it's very entertaining. And look, it's a good thing for the show as a whole. I mean, you know, any of us featuring in memes shows that we're in the minds,
people are watching,
you know, in the pop culture moment, and that's great for us.
It's really interesting though how well you play an asshole. That I can say, because that is very much on point. Like, somebody just give this man an Emmy, like, for real.
For real.
What are you channeling? Who are you imagining on the other side? Because I can tell you, when I go box, there are a couple of people that I'm like, that's what the bag is. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to channel that type of assholeness, like, what is going through your mind? Because you do it so well.
I think that's a compliment. So
it is a compliment.
Now, do you know what the funny thing is years ago, a friend of mine in the industry said, you know, we do things on stage, screen, whatever, that we only dream of doing in real life. And I think that's the thing is I've always thought that if you take a nice person, and I think I'm a relatively nice person.
Charming.
I like puppies and kittens. But if you take a decent human being and make them the bad guy, then their natural inclination is to try and layer it. Whereas if you take someone who's naturally an a-hole in real life, they're probably not going to see the other levels. Yeah. And I think that works for these characters, all of these characters in this show, because we've got a great, across the board, there's not a bad egg in the cast. So I think that really works to our benefit.
Yeah, well, you're brilliant, like I said. I'm just saying this now, we should give you an Emmy. Chace, let's dive deep a little bit.
There we go.
Has anyone said that before?
No.
Oh,
you're the first one today.
First time anyone said internet.
Oh, I love my puns. puns. I love my puns.
You're really good at your job, hey?
But listen, let's talk about the Deep for a second.
Yeah.
Because very interesting journey in terms of he is somebody who is also, looked at as a bad behavior towards women and just all of this. But then tables get turned where he's now objectified in a way that we're so used to seeing female characters in shows. So I'm not mad about that.
Me neither.
I wasn't mad
I
about
loved
that.
it, yeah.
So how did that sort of twist help you play this and channel this character?
It helped justify the initial kind of assault on Starlight's character. Like, he got his comeuppance, right? I mean, it was definitely weird and uncomfortable to shoot. Like, they had a whole prosthetic of my body and the thing in the gills, and it was, but it was good to see him have to go through that pain. It's kind of like redemption for the audience to kind of see this, guy, it was like this vindication, that he gets assaulted as well, and kind of gets a taste of his own medicine, right?
Yes.
So, I thought that was important for the evolution of the character, and it kind of destroys him in a way, and he's not the same afterwards, right? So I think it was important story-wise, yeah.
And it's kind of weird how twisted it is that people are so in love with the Deep, even though he's so bad.
It's weird, I know.
And oddly, I am too. I'm like, what does this say about me? I need to go to therapy. What
Because he's kind of trying to do good. He wants to do good, but he's just so, again, unself-aware. And it's kind of ridiculous and funny. And he's a gray area character, there's all these different colors to it.
And as dumb as a bag of hammers, which
Well,
means
listen.
you like non-challenging men.
Listen.
Story of my life.
Just
Story
learn
of
to
my life.
read, okay? He's reading now.
Karen, girl, first let's talk about your fighting scenes.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
First of all, do you feel like you're working harder than everyone else? Because everyone else got these powers where they just stare. And then you have these fighting scenes.
I know. I feel like, yes, you're right. I feel like
Pay her more.
I'm in the stunt rehearsals way longer. I don't know why.
Yeah,
What's
but
going
you do them
on?
so well.
Thank
but
you.
this is how
Thank
I
you.
watch your fighting scenes. Like this.
Oh,
because
but there's no sound. I'm mute.
you are,
Okay.
but I'm talking about the bone crunching.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like hearing somebody eat, but you just
Oh,
can't.
my
really-
God.
Do you know what I
love
mean?
that, but
I love that.
yeah,
You love that.
I love it, but you don't love that. Yeah.
Oh, God,
You're like,
yeah.
I'm not into that.
I
But I love watching
yeah.
this. So I'm like, I can't listen to this.
What do they call misophonia if someone has misophonia?
Oh yeah, like the chewing
really?
sound gets you.
yeah.
You don't like it?
Oh, I don't have misophonia, but there are
misophonia,
people, I've been around people who are like, can you just not chew? And you're
close
like,
your mouth?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's that on steroids.
It's interesting when you're doing these scenes because you obviously don't hear those sounds. Like when we used to do Bollywood fighting, we would make these little sounds like dishum, dishum, right? So that's what you would imagine in your head when you're fighting with your siblings. What are you imagining in your head? Because your face looks like you're about to squish the crap out of someone.
I am very attentive of where I'm squishing and what I'm squishing because all the prosthetics are very, you have to be spot on.
Yeah.
Or you have to hit the right, when you're gouging the eyes out, you have to hit the right spot for the blood to come out, spew out at the,
Yeah.
So every single time I'm like, okay, 3, 2, 1, action. I have to hit that one location. I have to hit the stunt guy in this. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm thinking
there's
about
a lot
doing
of technique
it.
that is involved.
Technique, but
I feel like if you are gouging out an eye, though, you do have to be very focused on that one spot.
yeah,
Totally.
Not that any of us are doing that,
Yeah.
but if you have to be, so
yeah, hypothetically,
it's real. It
you know?
translates
Translates well as well.
I feel like
Yeah.
Claudia wants to claw her hands.
Yeah.
and just
No,
guys.
She thought this
Guys,
through.
no.
Yeah.
Next
Erin,
question.
this show obviously goes into storyline and pushes boundaries in terms of what we are allowed to see on TV and what we're even allowed to discuss. From season 1 for Starlight to even what people are going to see happen in season 4, is there something that sticks out for you where you just could not imagine saying in season 4 if you were to go back in time?
Season 4 is.
She's like, everything. Everything I say.
It's just season 4 is quite a doozy, as it is for everyone, but it's quite a duty.
Duty.
It's quite a doozy for Annie, and so I'm trying to figure out a way to say it that doesn't reveal anything in my face. But all of season 4 is just girl, I don't know how you went from that to there, but then you do as well, because you see the environment she's in, and you see The thing that I love about the show is that, like, you can watch someone, every character on the show thus far has been forced in a way that has allowed you to really, well, maybe not every character, the moral compasses of the show, let's narrow it down. They've been forced to be in scenarios where you can really sympathize or empathize with why they might make the morally incorrect choice, right? Hopefully you're able to. And that's what the show is kind of about, is like that lack of black and white, and more so to kind of discuss these things in a nuanced manner. And so season 4 for me is literally, in my eyes, all about the contrast between season 1 and season 4, and how much an environment can impact someone, its identity. Like our show is constantly like taking on that concept of identity, and how if your terra firma is not like grounded in your identity, what's gonna happen, and what's gonna happen in a world like this. So this season is all about those moments of like, holy shit, she's saying that or she's doing that. I did not expect that, but the good news about working on a character for this long up until now is that you know who she is ultimately, and you know she's well-intentioned, and that's what it is for me. So it's like, it's very colorful, it's really fun.
I love that.
Like
in a nutshell, it's about to hit the fan.
Speaking of
shit's about to hit the fan, Claudia. Victoria, let's be real for here a second. I mean, to be honest with you, like when I think about all the villains that I have seen, I don't think I have seen a sneaky one like Victoria in a really long time, right? So before, people just sort of had this idea, but she was like pulling the strings the whole time before she was even introduced to the audience. And now she is like full on. How is she going to maintain that good image? Because up until this point, people think she's good, but she's straight up evil.
I mean, it's hard. It's harder the deeper you go, so honestly, with her, really, because she finds herself in more and more compromising positions. I think that's naturally how it just progresses throughout the season for her. This bad decision leads to this bad decision, leads to a worse decision, leads to this horrific decision. But she's always been very calculated, very manipulative, and she uses those elements of her, you know, her personality to just kind of steer like a path for herself. But I think she has to think more on her feet this season, and that's not really her wheelhouse. She's very much a planner, she's very much about strategy, and she assesses things to like within an inch of her life. Like, she is very meticulous, and there are just situations where she can't afford to be. There are so many spontaneous things that happen, and there are people that she has relationships with and gets involved with that aren't people who are planners like her. So it's kind of a marriage made in hell, essentially.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Did you just pull that out right now?
I did pull that out of my
I
ass.
hate to say it, but I feel like I told you so. Sitting on a pile of steam.
No, you
Sitting on a
did.
pile of steam.
Starlight says it in season 3.
Yeah,
when
you're gonna find yourself sitting on a pile of steam. Are ya?
I'm sitting on a pile of.
Really quickly, you guys, obviously Torontonians, we are very proud of our city. This was shot in Toronto. People love hearing, you know, where people love to go and eat. Was there anything in the city that was a standout for you guys that you would love to go back to?
Oh God.
Bar Revolve?
There's a number of places.
Is it Quetzal?
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that
gotta
you
say,
remembered all these.
one of my favorite places is a friend of mine owns it, and I'm not just saying that because of that, but Dilo. Next to the
Dilo,
Mick.
yes.
So
Mick
good.
is like one of my, yes,
Yeah,
I totally agree with
love
you.
Quetzal
Dilo.
down the road. There's a lot of things up in Little Italy that I like.
You just made his day, because I'm often in there. Like the little watermelon salad thingy.
It's
Yes,
amazing.
it's fantastic.
And the
That's right.
jicama.
Oh my
the
gosh.
octopus jicama.
You're hungry.
Timothy jicama.
I'm never going again.
Somebody
love
feed
it.
this man. He's hungry.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
What is like your best memory in the city where
Oh my
you
God.
ate? Like
That
your
is-
favorite restaurant?
That's
pick a
so
restaurant. Pick a
hard.
restaurant, guys.
I know.
God.
I know. I'm
We
so
love
sorry.
Toronto. I don't think you understand. Like, we love it.
I do understand because I love it too. I live
so
there.
Good.
The food is phenomenal.
Okay, God. Oh, you're putting
Dilo.
Bang
Dilo,
Bang,
Dilo.
Bang Bang ice cream.
Dilo.
Bang
Okay,
Bang
Bang
ice cream.
I love
ice
Bang
cream.
Bang.
But Antony and Chace said the exact same thing.
Dilo?
Dilo.
It's because we
Dilo's
always
Dilo
go all
is-
the time.
It's like one of my
We're
favorite
always-
restaurants.
We're always there.
Dilo
Should we not say that?
No.
We're not there all the time.
No, we don't go there anymore.
We don't.
We don't go there anymore.
We never go, but we highly recommend it.
And we don't go to Bang Bang Ice Cream Bar.
Ever.
Listen, congratulations. Can't wait for people to watch season 4 because you're about to go from an asshole to a straight up monster, which is going to be awesome because
You don't know that.
well, you know.
You don't know that yet.
I see the way it ends. We see the way season 3 ends where he's like, I can get away with anything.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, does it?
Ladies, thank you so much
Thank you
for your
so
time.
much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next time you're at Dilo, hit me up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this could be a thing.
Yeah.
We could have a
We'll do a little
fun
girls' dinner. Yeah, girl dinner.
Thank you so much.
Girl dinner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.